Hello everyone, the Honest Collector here to give you the truth on the Mezco 112th DC's Red Hood action figure. And obviously this is something new. This is my first Mezco figure that I've ever been able to review. And it's probably like the only 6-inch Red Hood that's on the market. I believe there's a new one coming out, which depending on what I see, I might try and actually get it, because this one does have its flaws that it's known for, but it also is still a really nice presented figure here in what Mezco wanted to give us. So first, to look at the box, Mezco exclusive 112 Red Hood. This packaging is very nice, very nice flat finish and everything. This is probably one of my favorite shots. This looks amazing. You see the Mezco 112 right here. And then on the side, you have the spot varnished Red Hood logo there with the bat, which looks really nice. So on the back has really nice artwork, although I do wish at some point we had seen the figure just for those inbox collectors. However, I'm not one of them, as you can tell. So let's get this out of the way and look at the accessories. Okay, so it is no secret that the accessories absolutely steal the show in terms of this figure's value. There's quite a few other things about it, though, that make it really nice, but let's definitely dive into these accessories. First, I'm going to cover the display base, which has a really nice flat finish of the Red Hood logo, and then you have more of a shiny, just regular plastic display base. Mezco, I absolutely love the way they're doing their display base. This is how tight it is out of the packaging. No having to tighten it up, anything like that. It is absolutely amazing. So it looks really nice, and it is quite big, so that can be to a fault, depending on if you want a lot of shelf space to put other figures. But this definitely is really nice, and I absolutely love this. Even if I can't exactly use it in my stop motions, because of the black Red Hood display logo, I absolutely love it. It just gives it so much of that cool factor to it. So that looks really good. I'm gonna now put this off to the side to show the rest. Then we get this nice sniper rifle here. And this looks really insane. The detail work is absolutely phenomenal. You do get little bits of red throughout here, which is really nice, and variation in the colors and everything. And of course, the mag does come out. So that is really cool. And you also do see the bullet in there, which is really awesome. So just put that right in there, kind of like G.I. Joe. Really nice looking. And of course, these blast effects, the muzzle flashes, you can put these into here like that, and it looks amazing. You see the bullet coming out right there, which is so cool. So, but looking at those later, we also do get a battle damaged Red Hood head sculpt here with half of Jason Todd's face. This is what looks amazing here. You see the actual head underneath and the silver metal scraped parts, which looks really good, along with some other nicks and scratches. So that looks super awesome. The paint on the helmet and everything else is super clean. It just looks amazing. So I do really wish that we did get a Jason Todd head, because with no other Red Hood figures really giving us one, this was our closest chance of getting one. So it does kind of bum me out that we didn't get another one. But yeah, maybe I could have dealt without some of these other, maybe the knife. But the knife also, I'm going to move on to it now, is really nice looking. It's a very jagged knife. If you get like gutted with this, it's over. Absolutely over. This is a very dirty knife, and it looks really nice with that handle, that grip there, which looks awesome with the red. Wonderful job. So it makes it difficult to say which accessories I don't want, because all of these are really nice. You get more of the muzzle flash with the bullet flying out, which looks awesome. And then you get that for these two pistols here. And of course, like the sniper, you just plug those right in, and that looks amazing, does it not? So cool. And then also, to really show it, boom, you can slide the chamber back there. I think I said that and then I didn't show it. But yeah, so you can slide it back there like this to either have it look like it's out of ammo, or the fact that it's currently being shot, which is so cool. And again, you do take out the... Oh, that just went flying. Luckily, I found that really easily. So you can take out the mag again, which does have the bullet right there, which is really, really nice detail. You do have the others. And then, yeah, same thing. You have the other one for the sniper. So that's really nice. You get 2 crowbars here, which is a very deep, not deep reference, but very dark. But this is Red Hood. And you know this is how Red Hood came to be. So yeah, you get 2 of those right there, which look really nice with some silver wear and tear, battle damage like paint and stuff. That looks really nice. And then yeah, let's get looking at the actual head sculpt. Oh, I forgot to mention the figure does have 2 punching hands that come on him out of the package. So here is the Red Hood figure fully in hand, and just getting a look at that head sculpt, the paint is absolutely amazing. This one, just to show what this one looks like on it, the head swap is going to be super easy, super smooth, no worries. This just looks wonderful. This honestly might be how I display him, because this guy looks insane with this on, and like reloading the gun or something like that, or maybe, I don't know, like just so many things that you can try and just work with the amount of accessories. Maybe a crowbar in the hand or something like that. Him up against the Joker with I don't know, but it's so cool. So this figure unfortunately does have some flaws that do draw back that laughter of excitement, and I'll get onto that in a bit. But overall, he does have this jacket here, and it's not the best because you can definitely see some like wrinkling, and it really is going to hinder articulation. He can move. I know this is kind of getting into articulation, but like you could just see how much wrinkling is going on. The collar is always going to stay up, which is really weird. I've tried like having it fold, and I just don't think it's going to do that. And in everyone else's video, I've seen it stay up. So unfortunately, it's constantly flared up like this, which always looks weird to me, I'm not gonna lie. But the jacket is nice. It does seem to have, it has a wire down here, so it's gonna be able to move back here and also give it that windswept look. So that's really nice. On the inside, it's a nice material. On the outside, it is this kind of more stiff, pleathery kind of feel. And yeah, it's not going to stop it from moving up and stuff like that, but it just does when it comes to moving the arm forward or back. So that's what's back is fine. I guess it just has less hindrance there. I guess it's able to have more mobility, but that's odd. But yeah, so you could see some of the finagling you'll have to do to get it to sit properly again, which is always not something that, you know, you're going to want to deal with. Now, when it comes to these holsters and everything like that, they look really, really nice. I don't know. Yeah, they don't seem to hinder the articulation, and they look really, really good here with the actual gun obviously fitting in there like this, which also is a sturdy fit. Looks really, really good there, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, really good look. And then for the boots here, look really nice. You get the knee guards here, and then you also get these boots which flare out like the little bat wing thingies, which I think is so sick. And this is a really, really nice look to it. The shoes with the treads on the bottom look awesome. Really, really good work on the costume aspect of this here. You can see this is more of a softer material here, so when you crunch down and stuff, it is going to bend, not bend, but it is going to crease a lot, which it always feels like it's supposed to be pushed down more, because for some reason you're always going to get this weird like hunch. Let me actually bring it closer. You're always going to get that there, which looks a little odd. I don't know if it's just on mine, but that's something I've noticed. Where putting him normally, sometimes you're going to get that there. So you do have to try and hide it. And it can be hidden pretty well. You see in here, the chest and everything, proportion-wise, looks amazing. People say this head is not as big as some of the other ones. And I'm like, damn, because how big must have the other ones been? Because this one still seems on the large side to me. I think if it were a little smaller, it would work. Here's comparing next to a Mafex head sculpt. Here we have the Mafex Nightwing, which it's like, my gosh, if you were to use the Mafex Hush figure, that would not be, which I'm pretty sure it's Jason Todd. I don't know. I haven't even finished reading it yet, but I am halfway there. So give me a second. I already saw I know the story. I just wanted to read it for myself. Okay. I didn't want to LARP. But yeah, so that would not work, especially because of the ball joint size here. But yeah, this head is quite big. I mean, I know he has a helmet, but you know, it's comic books, so this is really, you know. Anyways, so yeah, I think we can go on to articulation now, because that's where I want to talk about the rest of this stuff. The head is going to move fine. He looks up a decent amount. He looks down really nicely. You're getting really good tilt here because of the ball jointed neck as well. So really decent range in the head here. Like I said, with the arms, you're going to get them this far forward. Really, I mean, there's no sign of breakage or anything from the material yet, but there is a lot of creasing and stuff going on. So people think that this could flake, or just not flake, but just deteriorate over time. So moving the arm up, you're gonna get it above 90, which is really nice for like a hanging pose or something like that. That's really cool. You do get a bicep swivel, which actually works really well here, so you can do that. You do get a double jointed elbow, which works nicely above 90 there. You do see a little bit of that other sleeve, and this looks really, really good. And then you are going to get the ball hinge system here for articulation, which has, oh, okay, I just popped that off, which has okay range, not bad. And then obviously the swivel. And then for the torso, it's going to twist this much because it's at the bottom and the top. So you do get a lot, and this is a very stretchy and free material. So you're going to get a lot of twisting here, and that's really nice. You're going to get a decent amount of crunch for what they have here, a really nice amount. And then going back, which is going to be really good. Obviously a lot further, which a lot of figures do for some reason. But even here, like the muscles just look like accurate and like how it would actually look, aside from this weird crease and fold that I was talking about earlier. It looks really, really nice. And the jacket out here just looks so sick. The legs, let's go on to, oh wait, actually, no, he tilts side to side beautifully. Sorry, I forgot. The legs suck. He can only kick up this far forward, and that's really pushing it. Again, not getting any actual tearing, but look at how much that's putting on there. Not a good, like not good at all. It looks very much like skinny jeans this guy's wearing, which that honestly justifies where the stiffness is coming from. Moving out, he can't really spread his legs to do splits here, so that is also not great. He does have a thigh swivel, which works fairly well within the confines of fabric pants. Double jointed knees work decently. They work okay. Definitely could be more if you're working with other 6-inch figures, but it's not bad. You can move the knee guards out of the way however you want, so that's really nice. You don't get any, oh my gosh, that's such a lie. You do get boot swivel. I'm so sorry. I was not expecting that. You get boot swivel here, which is really good. Ankle articulation is mid at best. Going down, it's that far just to stand practically. And then moving up is just a little bit, not enough, and then just a little bit side to side. So fairly disappointed in the ankles, fairly disappointed in the leg range and the splits, fairly disappointed in how far the arm moves back and forth. And I will now take the jacket off. After I do the size comparisons, I will take the jacket off and then show you to see if the articulation is better, because I heard that does increase it a lot, which would be awesome. Obviously, it's going to do nothing for the legs, but let's just see. Let's have fun. Here he stands next to the Mafex Nightwing, and to be honest, I do not like how much taller Jason is compared to Dick. That is really tall, and hold on, I mean, he's looking down, but let's say he's looking straight up. I don't know, he has to look down to make eye contact, so I really don't know how to feel about it. Here's how he stands next to the Mafex Nightfall Night Crusader Batman, the black and gray version, and here's how he stands next to the Amazing Namaguchi Rebel Tech Deathstroke. Again, still too tall. I think it's a little more understandable with Batman, but I still really don't like it. I think he should be a little shorter. And then against Deathstroke, he is just, I know the angles aren't really showing, but just having their feet match here to here, Red Hood is a bit taller. And of course, here he stands next to the Jakks Pacific Sonic 3 movie Sonic figure. Now with the jacket off, this guy looks so cool and a lot better. The muscles and everything just pop more. He looks really, really nice. So articulating the arms, that's how far they move up and back. This is insane. And this is all more of an elastic material, so you're really going to be able to stretch this out and just get it how you want to, man. Look at that. And before, he couldn't really move his arm up. Now he's actually able to touch his helmet to get a pose where he's like taking it off or something like that. Is a very vanilla pose kind of thing that with the jacket you can't do. And now, I did film this after filming the final rating. Now, this makes me kind of want to do a posing video on this guy. Felt very hopeless before, but the torso's good and the arms are good without that jacket. But I am going to be judging it as if the jacket's on there because he's supposed to have the jacket on. This is that really stiff, hard material. So it's really difficult when it's this, I guess, badly done. So what are my final thoughts on this guy? It's not the best. There's some really cool things about it, but it can only bring it so far. So I'm just going to flat out give this guy a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely cool to see, but just the limitation in the arms and the legs and the ankles just don't really, deliver on the other stuff that it brings to the table. So unfortunately, it's not the best. It is hard to pose. I'm not going to do a posing video of this guy because it's just genuinely impossible. It's not like impossible to pose, but you definitely do got to be careful with the fabric and the stretching and all that stuff. And also, it's just not easy nor fun to pose. So it's just not all there in that sense. And I don't think it's as good as I wanted it to be. And it is unfortunate. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please give this video a like. And if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so I can give you the truth on the next figure. Spread peace, love, and be greater together. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.